guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been so long. I was so busy with my work, probably because I was assigned to Invigilate SPM. I actually recorded something for this SPM story time, but I thought that it's boring, so I actually blogged about it instead of putting everything in a video. So yes, as I have planned, I would do a question and answer video, and so yes, this is it. Question 1. Do you have any future course plan that you can share with us? Thanks, buddy. If you are connected to me on my Facebook or Instagram, you would notice that actually there is not a single post on my cosplay this year. Well, the truth is I have been occupied with other life aspects, which others may call them priorities, and I cannot deny that cosplay is an expensive hobby with costumes to produce, regardless hand-sewn or commissioned, then wigs, boots, or shoes, socks, accessories, and let's not forget makeup. I have no problem cosplaying cosplay characters, but you see, I live in Perak and most anime conventions take place in KL and Selangor, so I have to bear expenses of transportation and accommodation, as well as my meals, and yes, the tickets to enter the conventions themselves. After all, cosplay is all about fun. If I have to starve myself until the next payday because of cosplay, then if you notice, there are actually events on almost every weekend, and sometimes 2 events or 3 on the same day. So if I were to attend all the events every week, I would be putting myself on a dead zone. Long-winded explanation to your question, do I have any future course plan that I can share with all of you? And my answer is no course plan for the time being. I guess being dilly-dally is really part of the teacher's life. So let's move to the second question. How do you balance yourself, time, presentation, etc. as a teacher and YouTuber? If you had a chance to be either a teacher or YouTuber only, which one will be your priority? Definitely a teacher. YouTube may be closed down or removed from the internet anytime. If my source of income was YouTube, I would have to go around looking for another job. Whereas education is a lifelong process and every human being needs it in order to survive. With education comes knowledge, and knowledge is power, says Sir Francis Bacon. And my superpower is teaching. When it's my time to work, I work and I don't bring work back home. Well, except for replying students' messages, and then there is family time, me time, and personal time. The first 2 are always together, but for personal time, that's where I actually create videos and do all sort of editing work on my PC. Being alone at home, if it's not raining or there's no festival near my house and it's really quiet, then yes, it's a green light for me to record something. In other words, I only make videos when there's a chance for me to do so. Anyway, this is another grandmother story, but I'm not done yet. When I first started being active on YouTube back in November 2016, I had no problem uploading videos every week or fortnightly, but you see, adulting comes with responsibilities. I started being less active a few months ago due to responsibilities from my work. Okay, I was assigned to teach the Form 3 and Form 5 this year, and the students had to sit for PT3 and SPM. So There were tuitions, extra classes, intensive classes, workshops, and so on. It got me so occupied and exhausted. Even when there was chance for me to record something, I would use the time to just rest. I don't want to look too tired in front of the camera, of course. Or maybe push myself beyond my own limit. Let me share another grandmother story. Back in late 2016 to early 2017, I used to want to publish something twice a week or at least once a week, and I tried to create content, although I know that I am not a creative person to think of ideas and whatever to create content. And I know that my videos back then were like damn boring. I just wish no one would go and see again. I really wanted to delete them, but I remember one of my university seniors told me that I do not have to delete the old videos, because in years to come I would be able to reflect on myself and see how much I have improved or gotten worse. So yeah, I still keep most of the old videos. And then there is another friend who reminded me that YouTube is not a necessity and definitely not something I'm obliged to commit to. With those reminders, I make creating and uploading videos on YouTube as only a hobby. Long-winded explanation to your questions. How do I balance myself in terms of time and presentation, etc. as a teacher and a YouTuber? And if I had the chance to be either a teacher or YouTuber, which one will be my priority? And my answer is
with great power comes great responsibility.
My responsibility to educate is heavier than producing videos, such that I only do the latter when I have the opportunity to do so. Between the two, I would prioritize more on teaching. Question 3. Why are you so pretty? It's a good question! Yay! Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. What may be pretty to you may not be pretty to others. I'm gonna accept your question as a compliment. In my religion, it is said that practicing good deeds in the current life will reward us in good looks in the next life. Of course, I don't have a proof to that. It's just a saying anyway. But it is never wrong to be good all the time, not only in actions, but saying good words, having good thoughts count too. I know I am nowhere close to being angelic, but I always try, and no one can ever escape from making mistakes in life. I don't actually see myself as pretty, but I do have my own confidence. I know I shine in my own ways. If I had the chance, I would like to go through aesthetic procedures and make my jaw more defined, my nose smaller but higher, then suck out all the fats from my arms, from my tummy, from my thighs, from my calves, and then maybe enhance my bust. I'm quite confident with my butt, so I'm gonna leave my butt alone. Anyway, another long-winded explanation to your question, why am I so pretty? And my answer is maybe because I was good in my past life, so I am blessed with good looks in this life. 4. What's your TikTok ID? My ID is 10969 Vivian, but it is inaccessible ever since I changed my cell phone. I contacted the TikTok team, but there was no response, so I am unable to retrieve my account anymore. So don't bother adding me there because I don't even use TikTok now. Long-winded explanation to your question, what's my TikTok ID? And my answer is 10969 Vivian. 5. KFC or McD? regular fried chicken and mashed potatoes at KFC, and burger, fries, ice cream, and spicy fried chicken at McD. Not really a long-winded explanation to your question, KFC or McD, and my answer is all. Question 6. Kaiser Birama Tengah. Teacher, bila nak berumah tangga? Pertama sekali, terima kasih sebab tinggalkan soalan dalam bahasa selain daripada bahasa Inggeris. Asalnya, bulan ni nak uruskan segala urusan nak kahwin. Tapi, macam biasalah, setiap kali ada rancangan, ada je sesuatu yang terjadi kan. Kalau tak, memang satu bulan cuti ni, bulan 12 ni memang boleh sangat nak uruskan lah urusan perkahwinan tu. Tapi, itulah, dah kena lantik jadi penyelia SPM, tak boleh nak lari pun. Dan untuk case teacher ni, dia memang ambil masa sebulan lebih sebab dia kan terjodoh dengan orang warga asing. So proses dia memang akan ambil masa lebih dari sebulan. Dan disebabkan si SPM ni kenalah nak tangguhkan nak kahwin, jadi sampailah teacher kahwin tu, korang still kena guna gelaran Miss lah kalau jumpa teacher kat sekolah nanti tau. Geram betul. Punya panjang lebar cerita pasal nak kahwin ni, dengan soalannya bila teacher nak kahwin, jawapan teacher sebenarnya tahun depan lah kot kalau mengikut rancangan. Those are some of the questions I received from all of you. Perhaps I would do another question and answer video in the future. Anyway, thank you so much for staying with me. I achieved 1,000 subscribers in 2 years. I did not expect that. I think you guys found me first through my Bobo Boy videos, where I was invited to go to Monster Studio, and because of my top up dance video, it was stupid, it was so embarrassing, but I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna delete. Yes. I think that is all about it for now. Thank you so much again for staying with me all this time. Yes, keep staying. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye bye. Oh, wait. One more thing. Oh, wait. Actually, I said this earlier. About my invigilating SPM experience. I recorded it, but it was boring in my opinion, so I decided to just block it. You can read my blog entry on Invigilating SPM in the link listed below. Yes, so see you again next time. Bye bye.